I'm Eric. I'm your game master. Welcome to episode 10 of Pendragon. We're finally here. We had a false start last week. Sorry about that, and sorry about the weeks previous as life got in the way. But we're here. I know everyone's been waiting. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, we're all expecting Jim's character to die today, just through the amount of luck and the luck pendulum swinging back, as rightly so.
Oh
We'll
no,
see.
I'm remembering it all now. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got something
right?
coming to him.
Yeah, so when we last left our heroes, they had an amazing feast. They've been hearing about talks of an assembly, a peace between Duke Gaulois of Cornwall and Uther. Even though as we all remember, Gaulois has been kind of I'm too tired and sleeping in past muster duty, and the Cornwall has not been showing up at the feasts and everything, and it's kind of made Uther super mad. But that's apparently worked out, and now they're up in Lindsey, right outside the kingdom of Malahut, to show up to Saxons, give them the what for. For a while, the Saxons have been unable to break through into the sort of like kingdom of Logris in the same way that Uther and the knights, our player characters and everybody hasn't been able to like put an impact on the Saxons. And so both sides have been kind of like building up for the past 2 years here for the big showdown. The Saxons have recently got reinforcements from the mainland. King Okta and his brother, not Elsa, Osa, Eosa, is here as well, apparently in like half giant. And this is going to be the big battle. More than double the very first battle from 5 years ago that you all participated in. Way more people than the raid that nearly killed both of you. But this is the big boy battle today. And so as always, that's enough about this. Let's hear what's going on with you two. Tell me who you are, where people can find you, and your character. Jim, you go first because Colin's eating.
Yes, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm Jim Davis of WebDM. You can find us over on YouTube, and I'm going to be playing Sir Irwin, who has been training hard these last few years, last couple of years at raising sword skill. It is rocking at 18, and I fully expect that this will be the last time I get to use it as Irwin, given how the feast went last time.
Right.
Good vibes.
You
And
you
Colin,
advise King Uther. Like for
I
those who
got
don't
to
know,
advise King Uther on the merchant tax policy.
yeah, exactly.
Mm,
The rival kingdom of Salisbury, Silchester, has recently made merchants a privileged class, similar
yeah,
to not quite knights, but as in protections. And you
yeah.
literally had to make an answer in the statement on the spot, and you came up with like an Aaron Sorkin quick B response, and Uther was like, "Huh,
Yeah,
okay."
yeah.
It was super
Irwin
good.
waxed intellectual about a topic he knows. He's seen
Yeah,
other people exercise very well. He's been around others who have skill. That's how I'll put
and
it.
and now we want to hear what Colin said because Colin's character's been staring in disbelief that whole night.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I'm Colin Volcanet. You can find me on Twitter at Colin Like I See. I don't do much. I am playing Sir Gareth of Winterborn Gunnet, who does a lot. He is like Charles Dance playing Machiavelli, and he
meets
has
meets
I think
Alexander Hamilton.
yeah, that's probably more accurate because like he's getting in a lot of quarrels. And this is Ember, one of my cats. This is gonna be interesting because Gareth is like really looking forward to this fight. He has had a rough go of it lately in terms of his self-image as a knight, as someone who is good at fighting. I mean, I boosted his sword skill up really high, and he got chumped by a squire at that last tournament. And especially also seeing Irwin at the feast having such good fortunes, I think Gareth has got that jealousy in him again. It's not jealousy of Irwin. He's like he sees more destiny that he could grab onto, and this battle is a chance for him to do just that. Now, Colin, the player, is terrified because Gareth has lost stats every time he's gotten injured, which has been like 3 times. So like
Yeah.
My character might have a higher sword skill, but in every other metric, I think he's gotten worse. So we'll see.
Look,
We'll see if
when,
that's.
and you have been able to assuage a little bit of your doubts as you have been raided by bandits quite a few times and drove them
Oh,
off pretty
sure.
handily. So
Yeah.
those are your layups. Those are the equivalent to a nightly layup.
That's
getting the
Garrett's
confidence voting.
self-care, though. Like just beating up a starving bandit peasant, like that's self-care. That is, he's not really in danger. His
No.
peasants are, but this is Garrett. He's not.
Nah, they barely got rakes. Yeah, you're good. One of them brought a rake. You're like, oh, okay. Way more than just the stones and the harsh words. Yeah, okay, cool. So before we get into the battle, I always like to begin every episode with a poem. This one's just a 4-line stanza from George Moses Horton's Like Brothers We Meet. And so, and without further ado, like heart-loving brothers we meet, and still the loud thunders of strife, the blaze of fraternity kindles most sweet. There's nothing more pleasing in life. Because we're getting ready to do a battle, so I was like, you know what? Band of Brothers E, there's nothing better than when friends meet together right before the thick of it. So this is what we're doing, okay? All right, so this battle, you're all going to start in the second rank because we're doing the big boy book of battle situation for this game. We haven't seen this until the very first episode, so long ago. I'm sure everyone had a chance to read over the course of those times what's going on. So we know how to play.
At one point, I looked at it, but we'll refresh ourselves.
I have read more than I did before the last time we saw this, but I am no less intimidated by the sheet.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Like, I know most of this is just for you to track stuff.
Yeah, for the most part. I will be asking you all to call in and being like, hey, what do you think the Earl would be doing at this point? Because right now you will be serving under the Earl. You won't be in your own esquadrille, Escalon, thank you. That's the word. So yeah, the Battle of Lindsey. This plays, all right, so this is the biggest battle we've seen. You will be working not directly in the van, but you will be in the center of battle, technically under King Uther, and your division would be directly under, not division, but you know what I mean. Your sub-faction of it would be under the Earl. Okay?
Okay.
So you're not on the right flank here. Duke Gorlois has most of the right flank. He's basically 45% of Uther's army. This is the reason why it's such a big deal and such a big army, because as we last mentioned, Gorlois' force is pretty equivalent to Uther's. So
he's on the right there.
Yeah,
in the van.
Yeah, he's in the van. And he's basically here to rock and roll. So before the battle actually begins and we start rolling dice, a few things happen the morning of. It's just a slight sprinkle of fog, in the morning as you guys are getting ready to march and get set up in your battle lines, right, into the great field that's been decided. A few things happen. There are just swarms of crows are just all around this battlefield as though you were like in a coliseum this early morning as you were marching, right? As they are, but rather than like it'd be pleasant cheers, it's more like they are heckling you.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like a bad portent for the battle to come. It is until Merlin shows up, and being Merlin, busts out sort of his reverby Anal Lothrak kind of chants and drives the crows away. This will be giving Octa's forces a hesitance to the battle, their initial battle roll, as basically Merlin frightens them with his power. So you all feel a little bit of a good pep in your step. But then we cut and we see a quick scene going over on Octa's men and the Saxons, because that's something we don't really see that much, right? We see them all kind of deep in prayer before the first battle. Several of them are all kneeling, like men and women, and they're singing songs about like Wotan. And then the camera cuts back over to you all, and you guys are kind of all praying to the Lord for your own stuff as a nice juxtaposition here, as each of you pray to your gods for strength and good fortune today. Um, I think the Earl would lead. Yeah, I think the Earl. Part of me says that it would be really fun if it was actually Erwin leading people in prayer, and you having to do it. What would be the equivalent of? Can you just roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. Let's see.
I want to see if you would get picked. It's basically a die of fate situation here.
Let's see then.
That's too. I think it'd be just too funny. You're fine. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. No worries then. Yeah. So the Earl will lead you all in prayer. And he would individually like to go, thank each of you, before the battle, and give you all like that nice like handshake and like, this is we're a long way from home, boys, and this is. He's not rattled at all by it, but he's certainly like, this is, I'm counting on you all to, pull your weight here. We're not getting crushed today. This is, we're gonna drive through, right? And I think let's say this is the first person he's gonna talk to here is Gareth, right?
We are not far from home, my lord. Anywhere that Pendragon's pennant flies, there is our home.
We will turn this rabble. And he like shakes your hand.
Nice.
Yeah. He goes over and
Not
Erwin.
washing that hand again.
Yeah. Yeah, Erwin, what do you think? So Earl Roderick kind of looks at you, because you sort of like cultural nod. Do you want to say anything to him? Or it's just a, good luck, sire kind of thing?
I'm actually curious. Sir, do you know who we face across the field today? Have our scouts reported anything?
Well, we will be charging into their strongest flank, so I would not be expecting this sending them their little boys.
Good. Very good. There'll be much glory to be won today.
Erwin talking about glory, that's a first.
Yeah, we're going to try to crash through that 3K barrier by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or die trying.
You will get glory dying valiantly.
I mean, we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
We're piloting our characters like torpedoes here.
Yes, yeah. Thinking generationally.
All right, cool. So I want one of you to volunteer to roll for Uther and one to roll for King Octa for the initial battle roll.
I think Gareth is close enough to a bad guy that I will roll for the bad guys.
Okay, cool. Your battle roll will be 19. Uther, your battle roll is 20. But hold on. I was gonna say things get modified.
Oh,
That's fine. Octa. So Colin, you would actually get modified by -5 because Merlin has frightened your troop. So that's actually a fail.
That is a fail.
So it goes from 19 to a score of 14. And then similarly, Uther, you have superior troops.
Okay.
So you're actually getting +5 to this roll.
+5. All right. There we go.
That's a crit actually. Because your original roll was 20.
Was 20, yeah.
So 22 beats 20, so that's a crit. All right,
Nice.
Cool. So then that's really good. A crit versus a fail. You're gonna have a really easy charge here.
Nice.
Again, so it's about midday. The fog and all that stuff in the morning has gone. It's a very clear day. It's about approximately like 30 C or so. So just a regular, nice June day. A great day for dying. And
oh yes.
that's when we sort of see that initial trot of you all in your line of knights as you begin to pick up speed and charge the line. The Saxons are obviously aware of your coming and are preparing as best they can. You see that you're going against what appears to be mostly older men, obviously trained in battle. And your first initial thoughts as you're charging there is that they sort of look like the same knights or the same troops that you fought when you were raiding. And I want to know if that. And I don't want to know if this is actually scary. I think you should make a valor test.
Okay.
For me.
So something that may or may not have impact. That was when Gareth almost died.
Yeah.
And additionally, the only reason he survived was because of
Aswine.
Yeah, Aswine. Valorous. Boom. That is a failure for me.
Okay. All right. Then Colin, I think you're not gonna like not fight, but I think you're gonna fight this first initial charge a little bit more hesitantly.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not gonna be, yeah.
I think a -5 for this first initial fight will be appropriate.
That sounds right.
Right.
I think
or you just fight defensively.
that makes more sense. To contextualize it in the fiction,
Yeah.
I imagine Gareth's fear is that he's going to meet Acewin on the field of battle.
If I can
He's
offer, sorry, I don't want to step on your.
No. He's always wondered where the fuck that guy went.
True. I was gonna say this is one of those things about, and I'm gonna geek out for just a second about cavalry charges, because one of the challenges of a cavalry charge is to keep everybody at the same point, so that one person doesn't get too far ahead of the others. And a knight bearing down who starts to get cold feet will just ease off a little bit. And you start to create gaps in the line. It becomes uneven. It's one of those little details that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's super, and it's so common because it's so hard. Like, you know what?
So
Any
common.
idea how hard it is to like your
Pull
horse
off
is
a
going
cavalry
like
charge.
to go like at least 18 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour on a horse. That close to someone else wearing all that shit where you can't see anything because you're like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. It's
really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think anyone spots like you're being cowardice or anything like that. But it's just you are certainly being.
Should I check Valorous?
Why would you check Valorous?
Oh no, sorry, the opposite. Check cowardly.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. All right. So I think the choice of having to fight defensively for the first round kind of seals the deal there. Or maybe I should give you a bargain here. Do you want to? Would you rather actually fight and check cowardly, or would you rather just fight defensively for the first round?
I think fight defensively.
Okay.
Because I don't think Gareth is going to become more hesitant. This is a very specific sort of context. Being reminded of when you had your chest opened like a can of tuna. That will give you a pause.
Okay, cool. So then let's do this initial charge roll. Remember, you guys are going to be getting +5 because you are charging. You would be getting an additional +5 because you are mounted. However, their spears negate that.
And for fighting defensively, I think that's...
You have like +10, but you don't do any damage.
Right. So I'm looking at sword +15. So it's...
All right, so let's do counter opposing rolls. So I'm going to roll against Jim. Jim, I'm going against you first, okay? So this first roll is going to be against you.
Sure, this is our lance, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lance, yeah.
And remember, once you do your attack, roll damage. We're not calculating damage because it's really just a skill test of how many of you succeed at this charge. But this would be lance, and odd damage means your lance is broken.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm at +5, so.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right. Remember, these people are badass, and they're actually
I relish the chance
they get
to
+2
face
to
them
this
on
roll.
horseback.
Yeah, their spear skill is 22. You are getting +5 to it. Okay. So they get a success as well.
Mm-hmm. They get a higher success.
They got a higher success. And same thing against you here, Colin. Okay. Lowest possible success.
Oof.
Okay. Wow.
Because it's +10 +5. Yeah.
Okay.
+5.
Sneaking that in there. Okay, cool. So then the first round of battle happens. That means technically you don't do any damage to them.
Yeah.
Jim, you would be doing damage. Can you roll to see if your lance breaks?
Sure.
Your charge damage.
And that's that's the wrong thing. That is for my horse. What, 66?
I think so for you.
Let's go ahead. I don't think I have it set on my character sheet. So, yeah.
60
Oh,
either.
man.
So
keep the
it
lance.
stays up. Okay, cool.
Okay, this doesn't actually deal damage,
Right.
because with this different battle system.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
So you guys are having what would be a partial success, or a standard win, not like a victory. Every time I say okay, my phone gets aggressively. Let's turn on. Okay. All right. So this is. I'm sorry. It's considered a win, but not an outright victory. So here's what happens here. You get to choose from these following lists, or specifically what the Earl will be picking. So you know the tide of horse and men rattles the souls of the Saxons. You can't charge again because you're in their lines. So what happens here is you're going to move up into one zone. So you're going to be already in the next line of battle zone. So you're going to be getting +10 intensity just out of the gate here from 0, because you get +10, -10 at the start. Now, here's the sort of questions we have to ask. This is typically decided by your commander leader, so this would be your Earl. So I want to ask you all, like, what do you think your Earl would be doing? So typically, what you would do at this moment here is you either are going to stand fast, or you're going to withdraw.
I don't like...
Actually, or follow. Like, you would kind of like push through, but you wouldn't be charging. It's usually not great.
Yeah, my thought is like standing fast to get spears sounds like a bad idea.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would think withdrawing for another charge or something else would be. I don't know. What do you think, Colin?
So like here are your typical things, right? So if you choose attacking right now, you're just gonna engage, and I'm gonna roll for 2 other types of units, and you're gonna get to choose which one it is.
Gotcha.
Obviously, the one that you're fighting right now is one of those options, right? You can also, I guess I don't think you can't push deeper, and you can't move on a flank. So your other option would really be withdraw. So you fall back and set up for another charge. But you have to like kind of like fight your way out of there.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But like those
Yeah,
are
they're
like,
not just going to let us leave. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So what do you think?
I think the 2 considerations I think would be going through the Earl's head are one is strategic and the other is personality. The strategic one is that we have horses and spear and lances. That is like the one thing that the Briton always has over the Saxon. They don't have horses, and when they do, they don't really fight from horseback. So leveraging that is probably important. In terms of personality, he doesn't have an heir yet, and hurling yourself after glory without an heir is not the wisest move. So both of those point me towards withdraw for another charge. You know.
Yeah. I have a question. Do we have any supporting infantry in the center?
I mean, I think that's if supporting infantry hasn't gotten here yet. We just like had the initial charge, but yes,
Sure,
there are plenty of men afoot.
Okay.
Right, in the thousands.
Okay. This might be too granular for the battle that we're doing, but I think how you would break this would be to split us up into smaller lances, and then once the infantry's engaged, look for small gaps. But I don't know if the system we're using is that granular. We'll see.
That'd be like attacking right now.
Yeah.
Like, that would be like holding steady, letting the footmen arrive,
Gotcha.
and then like pushing through. And like
I think we should attack with the infantry next time. But that's.
But we're deciding what the Earl would do, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think
If we're pulling.
Colin, you bring up a good point, but I don't think the Earl's thinking about that right now.
Yeah, it may not be what he's thinking about, but it's something that he could think about. You know, it's on the table.
So let me choose between if he's going to fight like he's in the thick of it right now, or whether he's going to make a better decision. So let's do like a battle roll for him. Right? So let's do for 15. He fails. So I think he's gonna stay because I think the right thing to do would be to withdraw and do a second charge. But
he's staying.
Right. So here's the scene. Here's what it looks like, right? Which one of you wants to be the one who says it to recommend it?
Oh, Gareth. I'm
Be like,
the one who
we
failed
should
the
set up
valor
again.
roll.
Yeah, a second charge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And he's like, no, we have them on the ropes now. We will fight. We'll hold them here. And like over the clanging and cladding of the swords and the horses. And so he tells you no, and he's like, stay. He's like, on me, men, on me. And as you all kind of like set up again, because I think some people are ready to withdraw and get ready to set up again, but no, they're like, oh, we're engaging. Yeah. So this is a surprising move from everybody, but it's not unheard of. It's just not the. Yeah. It's kind of like what you would do if you were kind of glory hungry too, right? Like you're like, oh, you're brutal. You're doing this. You wanna get through. And I think we see the reason why. I think we can see through the sea of swords. We can see sort of like a feathery banner, like kind of in the distance, a couple hundred yards away. He's like, I want that in Salisbury, and like this is that we're not going back. He wants this banner, and he's gonna fight through this. He's gonna fight through the tide to get it.
Gareth is going to call to Erwin as best he can.
Sure.
Like the Earl gestures to that, and Gareth is gonna just call out, "That's the new boar, Erwin," and like set up like the same wager we had in episode 1.
Yeah.
Except now we're hunting a Saxon flag.
Yes. The hunt is on, and we should rally to the Earl. We can push through if we stay as one.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate. I'm gonna try and invoke my loyalty to Lord to see whether Gareth is inspired by the Earl or is like this guy is a problem. Moron.
Yeah. This is the right time. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, you crit fumbled.
Cool. So how much do I subtract from loyalty?
You are immediately melancholic.
Yep.
Like the last battle.
Oh my god.
Gareth. Oh my god.
Well, I think the answer. God damn it. No, you know what it is. Obviously, Earl cuts down someone that might have been Aswine, right? Like, it's unclear. Like, he just goes down, right? And you just see that. He's like, no, on me, right? As he, like, slashes down on somebody, and you're like...
Yeah. So I think the wager is not lighthearted. I think...
Oh, God.
In his melancholy, Gareth is like, fuck it. I'm going to die for this asshole, but I'm going to die well, I guess. Like, whatever, man.
Okay.
Yeah. This is all building. I kept like sort of wanting Gareth to be a good vassal, but
yeah,
between the traits and the roles, I think Gareth is just constantly trying not to acknowledge how much he wants to be the Earl rather than serve the Earl.
This game defies what you want about it, and is just like, we're gonna take you along for a ride. I'm calling on my loyalty as well, because it's his highest passion. This is the moment, like, he's not gonna leave him to Saxon hands.
Yeah.
The question I have is, we're in the thick of it, so it's like we're dropping lances, pulling out swords, I'd imagine.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm curious. So that's what I was going to call on my loyalty.
Before we do the attack, yeah, like we have the chance to do your squire and your other soldiers. So Colin, okay. I think you would also need to roll for the people who serve you. Your 4 knight.
Roll what am I rolling for them?
Oh, sorry. It's kind of like how you would your family members, but I think instead of that, I think particularly for you, I want to know what you're doing for not Anirian, not your squire. We'll see your squire as well. But,
yeah, I've got my sort of buddy knights.
Ferumbus,
Morris, Birthwick, Ferumbus, and Helen.
Yes, those 4. Yep.
Well, I hope Berthwick is like not gonna fall off his fucking horse. Morris is probably fine because he's bloodthirsty as hell. And Ferumbus and Helid, I don't know about them in battle, actually. Regardless, I think they'd be in Gareth's lance, and I think he would be kind of leading from the middle more than leading from the front.
Sure. But just kind of just roll for their successes here. See how they're faring.
Okay, just 1d20.
Morris is 16, but the rest are 15. For their sword. Or our spear. Or our lance.
Okay, so that's that was Morris.
Yeah. This is Borthric.
15. Ooh, Berthwick did fuck up.
All right, okay.
And Helid also fucked up. Helid's the big drinker. He's the one who drinks to forget.
Let's see the first. Let's see what happens again for their fumble. Okay, so it is a hit, and the regular one is also a fumble. Okay, so all right, so the drunkard actually is going to be okay. So that's Helid, right?
Yeah.
Helid's going to be okay. No, but we're going to see Bjorthric. Bjorthric's definitely going to get. Let's see. Okay, he stays on his horse, but he's like not almost unconscious, right? Or like he's it's bad. You see him go down.
All right, we might need to find someone else to manage Oddstock. We'll see.
Okay, awesome. Let's go back. Let's calculate. So that did you roll for your squire, Colin?
I did not, and he
make
is,
a squire test. Yeah.
Yeah. How old is he now? I think he's 18 or 19. I don't know. Skills?
Your first squire?
Oh no, he's 20.
Yeah.
Barrel of Figsbury. That's a success.
Okay. Yep. So they're okay. So you are cohesive wise, you are normal. You're not disordered. So you don't have a cohesion modifier. Your intensity starts at 20. There's no terrain modifier. So you're just gonna get 10 to it right now. So your army intensity right now I think is at 30. Or sorry, your unit intensity. Your army intensity is 20. Your unit intensity is going to be 30. That's pretty spicy. And so now we're gonna do our initial.
I was gonna say, what are our limits? Is that on the summary one-page battle reference?
Yeah. So normally, if you get to 40, it gets real bad.
Gotcha.
That's when things can break.
Okay.
Morale and such.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. There's no automatic actions. We did unit intensity. So now we chose we have to make our battle rolls. That's what we have to do first here. So this is going to be the Earl's battle roll.
Versus
the Saxon's battle roll.
any modifiers. I can roll for the Earl.
The Earl, yeah, the Earl doesn't have that great of a battle roll. His is only 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll roll for the
Saxons. No other modifiers.
No. Okay. Okay, so I barely win. So it's technically it's a tie.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's just going to be an attack.
All right. The stand-up partial.
Yep. So let's see the other two forces, and it's going to be okay. That's not great. Okay, we're going to be picking from the different Saxons. So in addition to the veteran spearmen, you also have the option of fighting Wotan's men, which a lot of glory in it, but could be really bad. Or your more standard warriors.
I mean, I think we should break the center with the veteran spearmen. I don't know how bad that would be.
Yeah, like, I don't know if there's any specific mechanical benefit to breaking the spearmen, but my thought is, like, you have the horses. If we break the anti-horse part of their army, that puts us in a better position.
Yeah, same.
Right.
So
And then one of the wings can maybe come in. Maybe Cornwall can wrap them up or something.
Yeah.
It's about time it contributed.
Cornwall. So you guys don't see this because you're obviously in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
But Cornwall on the right is actually they're not holding their own, if only because they are actually fighting the strongest side of the Saxons.
Right.
The Saxons have their own mounted Rethgnots. Hearthgnots. Yeah, they're mounted. They have their own cavalry, and so there's basically just this big whole cavalry battle to the side as each of you try to outhammer one another.
And who commanded our left? Do we know?
Or
who does it consist of?
I think let's just say it's mostly you. That's Earl. I think Earl will mostly be on your left.
Okay.
Or I guess maybe it's probably the Duke. It's between the Duke of Silchester, right, and the Earl. Like one of you are on one side there to the left. The rest of Salisbury is kind of on that side in Silchester. Let's go with that.
Cool. All right. I'd say Spearman. I think Spearman.
Spearman. I'm down for it.
Okay, veterans. So you stay to it. So you no longer get a +5 for charging. You're also not getting your +5 for being mounted.
Correct.
Because of the spear. So yours will be fighting them straight dice. And they're fighting you with
-5 from my melancholy.
I believe it's -10 because you fumbled it.
I did. Awesome.
And I passed mine.
In fact, isn't there something else that happens when you immediately? You don't run away, do you? You don't like run away into the woods when you critically fumble.
I just opened the book, so let me.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll look that up. I don't think I do, but I think I am kind of a useless fuck.
By the end of it, you're gonna be this dribbling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you are impassioned.
Meaning lower. Okay.
All right, so I'm going against you.
Yeah, everyone is.
Yeah, I can't beat that. Okay, so you win victory on yours with your sword.
Okay.
You actually break their spear, right? Crit.
Sweet.
Or that'd be a crit versus a crit. Never mind. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
That's right.
But no, you do damage to them.
Don't like seeing that one.
That's okay. Your sword can't break with doing even an odd number of damage.
Oh yeah.
That's just your charging in your lance. What was the ruling, Colin?
It looks like I do immediately lower it by 1.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not finding anything about crit failing a passion, but I might be looking.
It's just treated the same way. No way.
Yeah. That can't be right. I think that's just in descriptions of rather than how to use.
All right, well, that's fine. We don't.
I'll keep looking at it.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it that much. Okay, so this is the second battle. Let's just say for the time being, it's like if you were melancholic. So let's just say it's -10 because of the fumble. Just like if it was a crit, it would be +10.
Right, and we are now in sword or.
Yeah, you're in sword range.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So -10.
A successful squire roll also means that your squire is able to give you your sword and stuff, right?
Oh, just failed.
Okay, so you fail. They succeed. Bummer. Okay, so then it's not going to be an outright victory. Half of you do win, so it's still considered a win. Let's see about your 4 other people, Colin. Want me to roll from while you look that stuff up?
Yes.
Okay. Jim, can you roll 4 d20s less than 15? And I'll roll for Morris.
The first one should be less than 16.
Yeah, Morris succeeds. And can you roll 4 d20s less than 15s?
Yeah, 4 d20. Where is my little less than? There it is. 15, you said?
Yeah. Okay. That's
second one is
literally Bjorthric again.
Bjorthric.
All right, so Bjorthric has critically fumbled twice now. Yeah, I think the answer here is that he goes down. And so now before we go into the end of the round and start and continue, which by the way, glory-wise, for that first round, each of you would have gotten 15 glory for the initial charge. For the subsequent round, let's still finish this one here. Would one of you like to do an extended melee to rescue Bjorthric?
Which?
An extended melee. So like we're gonna go additional rounds in this moment. Like we're zooming in rather than the hour long of the fighting that this round sort of indicates. This is you going in to save Bjorthric, because Bjorthric is absolutely knocked off his horse now.
I think my failed passion roll means like it kind of goes both ways, where it's like I no longer believe that the Lord is getting him. Like if he dies, he dies. You know.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Yeah, he continues. Let me make a quick awareness check for the three of them. Their awarenesses are all -5 because of it's a freaking paddle. Let's do. Wow. Okay. Ferumbus sees this with a crit. One fails. And so I get 2 see it. Morris and Ferumbus see it. The drunk does not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
Yeah, right. So I think with the crit, it's got to be Ferumbus who goes to you and yeah, you're gonna have to be the one who has to tell him no in the middle of the fight, right? We have the moment where you just went toe to toe, and Ferumbus's horse gets next to you, and he's like, "Broderick doesn't look good. We should get to him." And they're like fighting off another like cling clang of the spears.
Shall we turn the entire flank to save that fat fuck?
He serves you. It is your duty.
He's not serving me well.
He looks at you and he looks disgusted, but he's not gonna be mad at this moment. Yeah, you know what? He is. He's going to be like, yeah, no, he's a knight. He's gonna call on his loyalty to you, right?
Yeah, I just caused a cascade.
Yeah, no shit. He's got to test his own loyalty here. Let's see what you would do. Okay, so he passes. So he's not gonna
be a better person than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think we're gonna have. He's snapping you out of it. Is what really mechanically what this looks like.
Oh.
And he's like, "What are you? Are you mad? We need him."
If he's snapping me out of it.
So you have to roll your passion against him too.
Okay.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Well, this could be bad because this could mean that you fight him.
Barely a success.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it got lowered by 1 by the failure, so that's a critical success.
I don't think that's good for you. I think he needs to beat you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a critical success means that you do go into a rage against him.
Because I had to beat you last time to get you to snap out of it.
So I think that's the worst thing that could happen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're going to strike at Ferumbus.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, yeah, that's obviously what has to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
What are you mad?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna backhand him with my shield.
So if he fumbles, loses the point, and becomes maddened. Yeah, you become maddened. A character driven mad by his passion, this madness occurs once. When maddened, you would run away immediately. It doesn't work here though. This has just to be fighting.
I'm not actually finding anything in the book about like
You
fumbles.
fly into a rage. It's
crits.
snapping out of it. Oh, for critting that one. If the victim fumbled, he's maddened. Oh, that's only if you fumble. That's only that you didn't fumble it.
No, I'm actually having trouble finding anything other than just
No.
like, the
If
rules
the
for
victim, you just
becoming
won.
inspired.
You just won. The victim wins. He flies to a rage and attacks the healer. And you're gonna attack him for 1d6 rounds.
Okay.
So Frumpus is gonna fight defensively against you.
Yeah, that's.
But like
probably wise.
he's next to you, right? He tries to get you to help Brethric, and you just call him a fat fuck, and he's like, "He's a knight as well as you. He has served your wife loyally for many years." And yeah, and then you just
I go off.
Kill Bill music goes on, and you fight him, right? So so we have this moment here of you'll fight him for like 5 rounds. Okay.
5 rounds. Oof.
He's gonna fight defensively. So he's not gonna do you any damage. So he gets a crit, but it doesn't do you any damage because he's fighting defensively. So the 15 becomes a 25, which is why it's just a +5 to the roll because it's over 20.
So when I crit fumbled the initial passion, I should have become maddened then.
Oh.
Yeah. I finally found it. Page 92. Okay. Standard passion roll results. Fumble. Character is maddened and immediately loses 1 point of the passion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So then, no, this is perfect. What happens here is this is after the fight. After the fight here with Rumbus, you're gonna actually flee the battle.
Yeah.
Like, or just get lost in the fray. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Chat says that this is the time where you lose control and you end up getting taken by the Saxons and become Aswine's servant.
Like 100% I would be. We'll talk about that when it comes up, but like I already have ideas about what happens to Gareth.
Yeah, you remain unaware of what's transpired while your character is basically in my hands. But I think this is the part where things just go off when you fight Rumbus and then you're gonna that's all we see of you. So can you make an attack roll against him?
Yes. Am I still suffering? I guess I'm actually not melancholic. Or disheartened, rather. Because I'm maddened.
Yeah.
So I guess that's good. And I crit him.
Oh my god. Are you for real? So it's a crit versus crit. So both your swords go flying out of each other's hands. So you just, oh my god. So you disarm each other, right? That's what happens when you have a sword.
Yeah. Oh
my
gosh.
So so when you drop your sword, the fight, like I think that's it, right? You run. And Rumbus is just so like we have the scene of this, and he tries to get to you, and you just like shove him away, as I think you just ride from the battle. Okay.
Gareth.
That's not great. You're gonna lose some honor. But you're gonna have an amazing.
I'm not gonna
story.
get any glory for the battle.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not at all. And then when oh my god. So then when Erwin shows up, it's just got Ferumbus. He's gonna find Ferumbus with your sword and being like, we just flew off.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yep.
This is fine.
Yep. So you lose.
It's fine.
So you lose 1 point in the passion, and you immediately have become maddened. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somewhere in this miasma is Gareth, like bullying his way out of things.
Yeah. So do you want to play like Ferumbus or somebody in the fight in the meantime?
No, I'm gonna play Beryl.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Beryl's moment. He's
Okay.
stepping up. He's 20 years old.
Ooh.
It's true.
He's got terrible.
Gonna win his spurs early.
Jim,
Yeah.
when you got up,
Yeah.
they literally both critted each other. But they fought defensively. Columbus fought defensively. So I describe it as them, because a sword versus sword means you get disarmed.
Yeah.
And so, like, after the fight of, like, their swords flying into the air and they're gone, that's when we see him take off.
Okay.
Right? That's when we see Gareth take off. And then we have a moment where we see Erwin, like, you know, fighting his way over to where Gareth should be. Instead, he finds Columbus with his sword.
Where's Gareth?
The bastard tried to strike me. I don't know. He fled.
What?
And he's like, ching, ching. Yeah.
Where is
A coward.
Where is Berthric? What happened to your lance? Like
it's broken. We cannot hold here. And like he's like, tell the Earl we cannot hold. And,
mount up. Meet me with the Earl. We will mount a defense. And he'll go round up the rest of Garrett's lance.
Yeah.
And bring him to the Earl.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man, Colin.
Didn't I crit fail last time I tried to invoke Loyalty to the Lord?
In a battle, right?
It started at 15 and I noticed I rolled against 14 and I think that's what happened last time.
Yeah. Because you were like, this is bullshit invasion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was what he said, but I think the truth is coming out that fundamentally Gareth just can't get behind furthering someone else's ambitions the way that the Earl called him to.
God damn.
He's God, he'd make such a good capitalist.
He's willing to sacrifice his own reputation and everything.
Yeah.
In order to have his own reputation, you know, like, his own power. Yeah.
Okay.
He would rather shoot himself in the foot.
So
than
I'm gonna take this upon myself and say that due to the failure roll here, I'm going to consider this as a loss for this round of combat for you.
One of the lances just
that makes sense.
So.
Yeah. Infighting in the center. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna count this as a loss. You didn't fumble. So I think we're gonna do a battle roll quick here. Can you roll for the Earl? 18.
Yeah. This is for phase 3?
No. Yes, but also this is for the command and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
87.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. You lost the battle roll. So you're gonna have to stand fast.
All right.
So you are not going to be able to hold. That's not good. So across the battle, you guys are beginning to get enveloped. Like you're not making a lot of progress. Like you're not making any headway at all. And you're actually beginning to crumble and buckle a little bit as you're kind of forced back to a tighter position. Yeah. Like we need to, the problem right now is that like what you want to do and what the Earl would want to do is withdraw, but you can't because there's like footmen there and you're basically stuck now.
You have to fight our way out.
Yeah, you literally have to fight your way out.
Okay.
You're like in a mosh pit, right? Like you got to fight your way out now.
No lines. It's like a Hollywood battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you try. Well, it started as a line, but instead it's like you're a pocket where you make the dent into them, right? And now you're surrounded on 3 sides. Yeah. And then your problem is that your own dudes are behind you trying to get in to help you, and they can't, and so you're stuck. Way. Yeah. So that's what's happening is you're getting enveloped by pretty much everybody.
Just poor horses.
Yeah. Cool. So let's see what standing versus charge would mean. So this is a defensive maneuver. It's page 40 something. 43. I roll 3 foes and choose one. I'm gonna roll 2d20 because the other ones, I don't know, the veteran one's still there. 13 and 6. I think those are basically the same. Warriors and spearmen. No, I think we're gonna keep fighting these veterans. They're the ones in the front causing you the most pain, and you're basically you're on the front. Let's see here. You're not gonna get pushed back a zone. You attack. Lost. There's no change, and you didn't get crushed, so you're not disordered, and there was no change in the zone. Okay, so your intensity.
So it's bad, but we're not in super, like, we're not trying to get a loss from out of disaster. We're still kind of
slightly losing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you just gotta hold fast against these veteran spearmen.
Okay, so just a sword roll.
Yep.
And now Beryl. I imagine Beryl is using Gareth's sword.
Would Frumbus give him that sword?
Well,
All right, can he beat a
Frumbus
5?
can't carry 2 swords, so he'd give it to one of the squires.
Sure, that's true. Or his own, yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna put Beryl's skill as 14 because he's 1 year away from a knight
Being a
at
boy.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 1. I fail, so you actually win. So you win with a strong victory. So you win with a triumph.
Oh.
Standing your ground and the triumph. That's really good. You are now disengaged. You would lose 2 intensity. I think I have to roll this point. I have to roll the events.
I think Frumbus like hands the sword, holds the sword out clearly to like his squire to be like, hold on to this, and Beryl just rides by and grabs it. It's like, my Sir Gareth is here so long as I'm here.
Beryl. Oh my god.
Awesome.
Right,
So you are buckled, but buckled no more as you rebuff the Saxons.
Nice.
You are fighting tooth and nail for every foot right now. You all are. Oh boy, actually, I feel like this would probably be. It is now the middle of the day. You've been fighting for several hours in your armor. I feel like an energetic test is probably in order.
Yeah, so that was my squire roll right there.
Yeah, what would Beryl's energetic be?
Let's roll a d20.
14. Hey, look at that.
Not too bad.
My passion applies to it. Does my passion apply to this roll for virtues? Yeah. Like if the passion roll that I passed earlier for loyalty to the Earl. Okay. I just couldn't remember. I guess it's
okay.
There we go.
Right. So really you fought for space to breathe.
Right.
And so there's this energetic test is really like your short rest for a moment. As you all are finally have a moment to take your breath after fighting and screaming at each other. And this is when the Earl is like around you all and looks around and sees Berthric is out of here, getting healed or treated as best he can. We'll see at the end of the battle how he fares. But there's no sign at all of Gareth. And so I think the Earl would be like, Where's Sir Gareth? I did not see him fall. Frumbus doesn't say a damn thing.
Beryl, I'm imagining. I don't think we ever really fleshed out Beryl except like kind of a hapless, good at his job type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he would try and save face because Gareth is his knight.
You should say missing?
Yeah.
Not that he ran away.
Yeah, he'll tell the truth. I know not where my lord Sir Gareth has gone.
Gah! Right, fine. All right then, rally. Actually, you'd probably look to Erwin, right? Then be like, all right, the three of you, Erwin, follow him for the fight. And
Yes.
yeah. And there's like a horn blast and stuff. Yeah. So I think the next point here is that you have space to finally withdraw. So you're going to tactically fight. And I'm going to pick warriors for this moment here. As I think by this point you have bested the best of the veteran spearmen. I don't guess after that rebuff. So I think you're just going to fight some regular spearmen now.
That makes sense.
The banner is definitely out of reach right now. But the idea here is that you're going to fight back to do another charge.
All right, sounds good.
This is a tense battle.
Yes, it's good.
Okay.
All right, so new battle rolls or
new battle rolls.
Sword new battle rolls.
I'm rolling for the bad guys.
Still for the Earls 18.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So you both tied.
It
I think this is really turning into a brawl.
really
Yeah.
is. Like they brought reinforcements, we got reinforcements.
What the fuck happens when you tie? You won last round handedly. But if you tie on a battle roll, that's your maneuver for intensity. Mounted. Doesn't tell you. Because you guys were withdrawing.
Well, I think if we go to the feast deck,
I'm just gonna play it like it would that it would basically the same as a middle success here. So I'm going to say that the combat modifier of withdrawing is going to apply, and it's going to be basically just like an attacking withdrawal.
Okay. I was gonna say it could be like in the fog of war, like this unit of this fresh unit like got too close for us to do a proper charge or something like that, you know?
No, oh yeah. No, that's a better idea. You guys will be able to fall back. Okay, here's I'll give you an option. You can either fall back and fight these, but you have to fight these red warriors types, or you can fall back, but you'll be disorganized for one round.
I think
I'd rather fight.
Yeah, the first one.
Sure. Okay. So you have to fight your way up.
Yep. Like maybe we were starting a charge, but they charged too.
Yeah. And it's just like the fog and the just I don't know. Yeah, the confusion.
Yeah. Okay. God, I'm gonna rewatch The King after this.
Okay. These guys do not have that well of fighting. They do have spears. It just so happens I'm rolling every single spearman.
Yep.
And not any of the end.
I mean, they're Saxons. Come on.
Okay.
This is not a charge, right?
No, not a charge.
Correct.
Barrow! Look at that.
Well done.
Yes.
Right. So the trumpets are calling for your section to fall back a little bit. So that's a crit. Okay. So then that is a higher success. So higher success on a crit means you able to fall back. Okay. So that's a win. So you retreat intact, and you begin completely disengaged, ready to fight.
Sweet.
Okay. So now you can charge again.
Okay.
In terms of intensity, army intensity wise, you've fallen back. You're definitely out of the killing zone. Your intensity be at 30. Okay. Yeah, so we're charging. So this is you're disengaged, and you're going to charge a random foe. Ooh, okay.
High
Nice.
is not good for us. I mean, it is good for like glory, but
Yeah.
And
we have won any glory in the
I was
intervening
about to
rounds?
say, speaking of which,
Okay.
we have not spoke about glory, but those veteran people are all worth 15 glory for each round of that, and so you've been 3 rounds of fighting them, so 15 glory each round, so 45 so far for the battle.
One round.
For you.
Because there was the charge and then 2 rounds of melee with them.
So you're gonna be charging into warriors in blue cloaks.
Blue warriors.
Which is incidentally exactly the random troops I drew from the marketplace tokens. So that works out pretty well. Cool.
Sweet. All right. Make our rolls.
So we determined our opponent. We just go into it. So you're going to be fighting against. Okay, the thing for them is that they don't have. They have spears, but these ones have helmets. Okay. And chainmail.
So we
They don't have long spears.
No.
So we get the +5 charge bonus.
Yes.
And then +5 for being mounted, and they don't have.
Yeah, so you're getting a total of +10.
Look at that.
I think they carry giant axes.
All right, barrel. That's a success from barrel.
So it's 15. One success, but they're low successes.
I think the first success still beat barrel though.
Oh no. Okay, so it's a win. It's a win and a loss. So it's not an absolute victory. So it's not a triumph.
Ooh, we trying.
You do move 1 into the zone.
Zone.
Shit. Okay. Determine the results. Fighting these guys is also worth 15 glory. Do our squire rolls, and is there any squire rolls? And let's see what happens with the remaining 3: Frumbus, Morris, and Hellas.
First up is Morris.
Helid.
Squires get the
Morris
same
fails.
bonus.
Oh no.
Well, these people should be getting +10.
Oh, okay.
Just like
so
you.
all successes.
Okay, they're all successes.
Although
Same for the
Helid.
squire.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, 1 crits. Your squire's okay.
Afraid.
Okay, so 1, 2. Morris is so lining him up. Morris is absolutely fine. He goes against a fumble. Or sorry, a failure. Who's the second person?
That would be Frumbus.
Oh, Frumbus. Okay, so Frumbus is a failure versus a fumble. A 1 versus a 2. Okay, so that's a fail.
Helid, yeah.
Then this one against Frayed as a 15 versus a crit. So Frayed's not actually doing well. Frayed gets a hit with a crit.
Oh, he does.
Okay. So here's an optional moment. Yeah. Frayed gets some marginal success at the start of this round, but then is quickly getting overwhelmed by one of these warriors in blue cloaks. Would you rush to his aid?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I need you to
Day here.
Yeah, act.
No
yeah.
hesitation.
Right. So act for this. Rush in to help him. Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna rush in and try to help him on obviously on horse. So you're not charging anymore. Roll damage to see if your lance is broken.
Okay. Certainly.
Your horse. So
so
it's a
it's-
charge. This was charge damage.
It's charge damage.
Yeah. Odd, I think
Yeah.
it's intact, even as when it's broken.
Evens when it's broken. Okay.
So okay, yeah. So you still have your lance. So you have to like awkwardly help him with your lance.
Yeah, I imagine it's like he's probably going to have to lose his shield in order to wield his lance two-handed like a spear from horseback.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
That's probably what he has to do.
Yeah.
If there's a way to put it over a saddle horn, but I don't know that he has saddle horns.
No, I think in this fight it's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, too complicated. Yeah, so he's going to have to lose his shield in order to do that.
Sure. Okay. So let's do a quick combat test. You're still getting +5 because you're mounted.
Mm-hmm.
And they get -5. So you get beaten 11.
All right.
This is to rescue Frayed. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you handily beat back one of these blue cloaked warriors.
Yes.
Cool. Frayed is panting and exhausted.
I'm going to be like, hand me my shield.
Yes, mainly. Yeah, I think he would give you your sword, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
That's awesome. Oh yes.
Cool. So that's that round was 15 glory.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I think everyone can see in this slight moment for the next round of battle, is that Yosa, the half giant, is sort of commanding the fight around Gorlois on that side, and that this sort of showdown has been going on for the length of this entire engagement that you've had. But it's not until now where Gorlois is able to get behind this giant and like hamstring it from his horse and bring him down. Like this literally like 12 foot tall, not like the three-eyed giant. He's bigger than that and huskier, wearing like a crown of bone. And we see Gorlois like run do like against like Luke Skywalker in the wing on Hoth, right? Just like go around him and get him in both his legs until he like comes down, and we see, they have this scene of this like bellowing roar as Yosa's defeated as Gorlois like rams his sword into his throat, felling him, causing the Saxon right flank to rout.
Yeah, now we got to charge.
Yeah. The Saxons' center is starting to collapse, obviously, with the collapse of its right flank. And this is the moment where you guys have a chance, because you're in the thick of it right now after that charge. You actually have a chance to get that battle standard.
Let's do it.
Well, the other option, though, you could push for the Saxon King Octa instead. You either want to go against the trusted men, and they're on foot with their battle standard, that your boar, as mentioned before, or would you actually go for the greatest prize of them all, the capturing or killing of the Saxon King Octa?
You gotta imagine the best of the best are around Octa.
Yes, the mounted Vorthknats for sure.
Yeah.
Mounted. So we don't even like the one advantage we usually have against Saxons. We wouldn't have that.
A capture of a king of a Saxon would be, that's a ransom equivalent to like what the Earl makes in a year, right?
Yeah.
You'll never be poor.
Would we have who do we have with us to make the charge against the king and his bodyguards?
You have the Earl. You have like 7 knights. Ultimately, I think mechanically, what you should expect would be you'll be fighting pretty much your equivalents, but on a 1-to-1 basis. But because as they're mounted, going against the standard would be still pretty tough, like veterans, but you're going to be fighting on much better footing, being mounted, but still 1-to-1.
I'm assuming they're kind of like equal distance to each. Okay.
Yeah, like there's like in the chaos of battle, you have to make a choice here.
Yeah, gotcha. I know what I think we should do.
King Octa sounds great, but I really don't think we can do it.
You don't
Like,
is that like from a game mechanics perspective?
Mechanically, yeah. And also, well, Beryl is actually not making a decision here.
Sure,
right? Beryl is just a squire who is currently carrying water for Sir Gareth. And I think I've decided the only reason Beryl's doing this to save Gareth's face is so that he owes that piece of shit nothing once he becomes a knight.
Oh, that's true. That's a good
right.
point.
Like usually you like defer to your mentor, but if Beryl can do this, he'll be like, Gareth, I'm now a knight now. We're peers. It's over. You stop shitting on me now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And to that end, I think Beryl would probably be like, I could probably get the standard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But man, you know me. I love to gamble. God.
I would love to go for the king personally.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think pointing it out to the Earl and just being like, sir, there is a gap we could make for the king.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. This will probably be one of the most difficult things you all have ever done.
Beryl is a squire.
This is the most difficult thing Beryl's ever done in his life, for sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're fighting his Vorth grenades.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm likely to scream.
Right.
Oh gosh. My rolls have been
stats. Okay. Yep. Okay. So the knights with the king thankfully have already used their javelins. So they'll be fighting you with axes and shields on horses.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna leave the battle intensity and things as is as we have this fight. Okay.
Okay.
So you're fighting on pretty much even footing here.
Are we lances or swords?
I mean, if you have your lance, I think you're not disengaged. You couldn't do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this is
us
with
swords.
This is a bloody brawl.
Yeah. You're fighting. You have to fight to break your way there.
Gotcha. All right.
Cool. So let's see what happens. So they're going to be fighting you with their axes. They're mounted, so that negates your thing. Let's see here. Okay, so they have it. So they're going to call on their honor, or I guess their loyalty for the king would make more sense to me. Okay. One succeeds. And the other one relevant against Beryl succeeds. Okay. So they're getting +10 to this, +5 to this roll as well. So their stat goes to 22, just like the Great Spears.
So Beryl can't win unless he invokes a passion of his own and succeeds. Because he's got skill 14.
You can still beat him in a tie.
Yeah.
I thought he would have a skill equal to his age.
You would absolutely have hatred of Saxons.
That's true. Yeah. And no, unfortunately, he doesn't have skill equal to his age. Otherwise, our characters would have started off with sword 20 or 21. Right? Because he's
gotcha.
I just figured I was like, we start with 15 at character generation, so he's a year younger than that.
I see.
Yeah. You would theoretic like this is the last year would have them as squires.
Yeah.
Right, because they were aged out.
Okay.
Their squire rolls different than their skill rolls.
Why don't I roll 3d6 to see what his hatred of the Saxons is, and then he's going to try and invoke that.
Yep.
Fuck me. Beryl, you milk toast.
No way! No way! Did Beryl just fucking go melancholic too? Oh my god! Are you for real?
It's a curse. It's a curse, Garrett.
Oh my god, Colin! What the fuck? Oh my god!
Oh.
Beryl just runs off.
Oh.
It's your sword. It's clearly your sword.
Oh. There's got to be a connection there. What just happened?
What? Your squire did learn lessons from his mentor, that's for sure. Oh
he
my
was
god.
doing so well.
Oh my god. Okay. So
unless someone wants
Erwin.
to snap him out of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of eyes on the prize right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Well,
Beryl.
here's the
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, what's the deal?
You're gonna have to fight two.
Mm,
Because Beryl's guy's not
barrels.
here. Right?
Yeah.
So,
All right.
You're still impassioned.
Yes. I guess so. That's 10.
Yeah.
Can I call on 2 passions?
Yeah, you can call another passion.
I've got hatred pretty high.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think your passion. I don't think your
Can-
current passion state gives you the benefit to get to another passion, though. I think you have to roll your passion like you would straight dice.
Sure. Yeah, I don't get plus 10 to the roll.
Yeah.
But if I get it, that would go up to what?
Or
That
do
would-
you?
That's what I'm curious. It seems like one of those things that you wouldn't be able to do, but I'm not sure I've read that part of the rule book yet.
I don't know. Does anyone know? I have no idea.
What about?
Can you
Can you
double
benefit from
if you?
double passion?
Yeah,
No, because
it's the same. It's the same.
Succeeding
Like,
at a
status.
passion means you are inspired. It gives you a condition.
Gotcha.
And
Okay, gotcha.
You can't get the condition twice.
I figured it was something like that, but I wanted to make sure
Yeah,
because
typically.
otherwise I would totally get it twice.
So I guess technically you could get the crit passion and the regular passion.
Right.
I got you. I think I'm gonna just.
You already got a plus 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I already got a plus 10, and he's been saving this part. He brought his family heirloom.
Yeah, his sword.
Yeah, from Childerton, and he's had it tucked by his side, and now is the moment when he's going to draw that bronze blade and try to hack his way to the king versus 2 of these guys.
First 2 mounted Saxon.
Yeah, I forget what
guard.
it does. I don't have my normal character sheet with me.
I think it's a +1 to your sword.
Okay, yeah, +1 my sword then. All right, so it'll be plus 11.
So remember, when you're fighting 2 people, you have to split up your bonus.
So yeah, all right. Okay, give me a second. So 11, 18, and 11. 29.
So you do
And have they already rolled? They haven't already rolled against me, have they?
technically, the first round I did already roll.
Oh, okay.
But it's only because I didn't expect the passion to do this. But
Sure.
I'm just gonna let it ride.
Gonna let it ride. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay. So
Fuck. Can you
facing
keep
2.
a character scene?
I'm like, I can't wait for this battle. This is gonna be awesome. My first character runs off in the first round of
And then his squire runs off.
Oh my god.
Oh, the game doesn't want me to play it right now.
Oh yes. All right, here goes. I think I'm going to just split it pretty evenly. I've got let's see, 29, so that'll be
15, 14?
15, 14. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll do that. All right, so here's the first one. So this is actually going to be, man, okay. So -4.
Fail.
Yeah, it's failed for the first one.
Okay.
All right, and then second one. Come on, Erwin. 15, 14. Or that was the 14. This will be the 15. Is this where his luck runs out?
Okay, so you fought against a 5 and an 11. So the bad news is that you're going to get hit by both of them. The good news is that one of them gets hit by one of the shields. So you can use your shield defense for one part of it.
Can I pick which one? After I do the damage?
No, it's the second one. The second one. The second one is the one you get a partial success on, which enables your shield. So the first one here is just 5d6.
It's gonna be some damage. Hopefully,
18 points of damage. So that means that's going to require a horsemanship. Stay on your horse.
And then,
like I said, like we're out of the regular normal combat.
Yeah. We are in man-to-man.
Yeah, man-to-man. Okay, it's under 25. You're on. You're good. And this one, okay.
So shield.
Yes. The good news though is that you get your shield. You get D6 of your shield.
Yeah, I get D6 of my shield
because it's an axe.
Oh yeah. Correct.
That's so many ouchies.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Okay, so you're able to prevent 4 of it. So your
all right. So how much damage did I take from the first one?
16. 2 goes through, right?
So
armor plus shield is 16.
Yes.
So 18 minus 16 is 2. So 2 gets through your armor. This round only 14, and so 11 gets through.
11 gets through.
And you also need to make horsemanship.
This is so much. It's a lot of ouchies right there.
Yeah. All right. Let me do. Oh, this is how I record wounds. All right.
Are you at a major wound?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will be in one more wound.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Yeah. Let's see what about the other 3 knights, right? And I guess the Earl. I'll roll for the Earl. Okay. My God. Okay, they're succeeding. Earl's punching through. What can we do for Morris and the other 2?
Yes.
I will roll. These 3 d20s are for the other honor guard.
Okay.
So 10 versus 7 beats 17, 19.
2.
So a success versus a fail. Okay.
So Morris is the one who did the best.
Of course
he beat his opponent. Ferumbrus fails. And Halid succeeds, but not by enough.
Okay. Cool. So just to get an idea, so it's like a middling.
Yeah.
In fact, it's almost like losing. Okay. So here's what the mechanical effect of most people failing. If you fail this next round of combat, the king will be able to get away, and the option closes. But if you're able to, majority of you succeed, then you'll be able to pursue again, right? So you're basically like fighting your way through the honor guard to get to the king and fight the king and get him to submit, right? Because these guys will die for him, right? Sure. If it slows you down. So okay, so let's do one more. This could be one more round. Like they have match point.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So we're rolling what? Battle or straight up sword?
Sword.
All right. Am I still facing off against 2?
You can, if you don't want to, you have to make a battle test. I think you should make a battle test as things go, and I'll oppose you.
Okay.
Okay, you got a 16. I got a 6. Okay, so you can choose. So no. So after you're fighting, you got hurt bad. Someone either your squire or someone else has come in and like helped, just gave you a quick moment to reset and like redetermine where you want to fight, right?
Can I call for a new shield from Frayed?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, it's the same shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Then I'll call for that and then face off against the next one.
Sure. Okay, so everyone's one-on-one.
Yeah.
Well, no, one person doesn't get one-on-one.
One person.
So let's see here.
Right.
There's how many fighters are currently here? Again, there's the Earl, you, the 3 from Colin's group,
and then whoever else the Earl had. I don't know.
Right. So let's just, for purposes of the fiction, that's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earl, Erwin, and the 5.
3. That's 5. Yeah.
So let's D5. The Earl's gonna fight too.
Earl.
Okay, we'll worry about that after. So let's.
Sure.
You're fighting one person, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that. So that's. But they're both passioned. So D20 plus 2. Okay, you're gonna beat yours. And so do your damage.
Yeah.
They have armor and shield.
Oof.
Okay, they only take 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the fight, these are for the 3 banner knights. Only one of them succeeds. Wow. Yeah, only one of them will succeed there. It's 17. Or sorry, 2 of them succeed. One of them fails. Okay, so one of them fails. First one fails, so there's a chance to get 2 successes. Colin, can you do a 3 tasks under 15?
Yep.
And let's see what the Earl's doing. Earl's gonna call on his passion because he needs to survive this fight. For Uther. So let's see here. The Earl. I have some stats for the Earl already set up. No, I don't. Awesome. Okay. So it's got to be at least a 16. And he crits it. Okay. So he calls on his love of family. I think that's. Yeah. So for his name, holy shit. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, so he's getting plus 10 to it. Okay, so he's going to split up his sword attacks. So 10 and 16.
Wait, did he crit his passion?
He just crit his passion, yeah.
He gets plus 20, not plus 10. Critical success.
Oh, I thought it was plus
either,
5. Yeah.
No, it's critical success is either he doubles his skill or gets plus 20, whichever is better.
Well, that'd be plus 20. Okay. So he's just gonna roll against a 20 against one guy and 16 against the other. Jim, can you roll for the Earl and I'll roll for the Saxons?
Yeah. So that's first one's gonna be 20.
Get a 6.
Oof.
Ooh.
Nope.
And
second.
okay, the second one's a
First
crit.
16. Oh.
Okay. Well, the crit's not okay. So the Earl, even though despite being impassioned, is going to fail.
Yeah.
Fails twice. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 6 points of damage, or 8 points of damage, and 7 points of damage. 15. That's not enough for a wound, a major wound, but he has to make 2 horseman tests.
Both of them Plus 20.
Yeah, that's the good. The good news though is that I'm pretty sure he's gonna be okay here.
Yep.
That's be plus 15, I guess. Yeah, he's fine. Okay. So he doesn't fall off his horse at all. But yeah, no, the Earl's absolutely taking damage. So here's the question that we want to see here. So you're again, it's a middling success. I think do we push for the king or do you protect the Earl?
I mean, I'm calling on the loyalty to Earl, so I feel like I'm protecting him.
So we have that shot of like you see the gap that you could ride to the king, and instead you turn your horse and charge one of the blue cape mounted knights against the Earl.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Cool. Let's try to save the Earl.
Let's try to save him.
You do like to come to the rescue for people.
You know, I'm all right with that.
Maybe he'll take it better than the last time you rode to the rescue with Gareth, you know? Look, this is a manor. This could be a manor. Saving the Earl's life could be a manor in battle.
All right, here we go. Charging in.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. 11 versus an 8. You fail. So you're able to get one of them.
Yeah.
And let's see. Can you roll for the Earl? Or let's roll. Sorry, let's keep it here. Roll your damage.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get their shield.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage though.
They have to make their own riding ship. They're still riding. Okay. Second one. This would be for the Earl.
Yeah. Versus his.
So he's like the Earl's kind of one-on-one because you're fighting the other one. You kind of charge in there and fight the other one.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 because he's got like plus 20 to it.
Right, exactly. It's really like a plus 16 to it. Okay,
plus 16.
so you still because his sword skill's a 16, so you just roll plus 16 to it. Okay, so he gets a 17.
17.
Okay, so we had a 17 versus a crit. This dude cannot fucking catch a break. The Earl literally just gets critted again.
He's getting lit up.
Okay.
All right.
So that's ND6. The good news is that he's able to subtract 16 from it. Or sorry, actually, he's able to subtract 1 from it. So 12. 11. So he's gonna take 32 points of damage.
Did you just watch the Earl die?
He might have.
What the fuck? That's definitely a mortal wound.
Yeah.
That's
like if he doesn't get first aid.
In his. The Earl did not crit. We rolled the wrong modifier.
Oh my bad. Yeah.
Because if you did, then he would have broke the axe. Okay. The Earl falls out of the horse, right? He falls down.
Yeah.
Writhing. Okay. Was not expecting that to go today. But that's the danger when you're in the middle of fight, and if you want to protect the Earl has to be a danger. So, and in fact, I didn't roll the right damage the last time. I only rolled 5d6. It should have been 10d6, anyways. So this could have happened earlier. But I mean, back-to-back crits will do that to somebody.
That certainly will.
All
right.
Okay.
What's the state of the battle overall right now? Because we have their
Saxons.
left.
Yeah, I think
Their flank was collapsing, right?
Yeah. Basically, these are the people who won't flee. Like, I think it's fair to say that King Octa gets away, right? That's where we saw you charged here.
Certainly.
And so you're just fighting like the last people who aren't running, who are just gonna, they're loyal to him. They're buying time for the king to escape with their lives.
Right.
And one of them was able to take down an Earl.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, the rear guard of the honor guard. Thanks, Big Spoon. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Well.
Whoa, this is a fucking battle.
This is a battle. Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
So two on one here.
Mm-hmm.
They're both pretty hurt though.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're kind of hurt too though.
I am kind of hurt. I'm 2 away from a major wound. And
so you have to beat 2.
All right. Can I make a battle roll to at least like get them tangled up in each other's way?
No.
No. Okay.
You're there. This is it.
So how do I do this? Yes, 29. I want to go 20 and 9.
Yeah, that's the play.
Yeah.
That's the play.
I want to go 20 and 9. So my first roll then, how do I
You can just roll d20.
I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is against your 20. A 1.
Yep.
Okay. And you crit.
That's a crit.
So you just crit. Okay. Okay. This game. Why? Right when you need it. Oh my god.
When I need it. But when I need it, I do not.
No, you do double. You double the damage.
Oh, that double damage. Okay, so that's 15 plus another
15. So you do 30. 30 minus 6 is 14. He was already down to 24, so that's definitely a major wound. So he would go down. Well, let me make it quick. I guess you have to make a Constitution test. Okay, so technically he's still up, but he's fucking super dead.
Yeah.
I think fictionally, critting the dude at this moment is
the fight's out of him.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
You could capture him as a prisoner. In other words.
If I live, I will.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
So this is versus my 9. All right. I'm gonna close my eyes and hit her.
That's a success.
It's a success. That's a 1. There's your 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 5d6. 19.
I got a shield. I still have a shield.
But variable shield.
Yeah.
I think you should roll it. Your shield.
Yeah.
Braid rolls your shield die. This is the shield he gave you. Okay. So you're gonna be taking 7.
7. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Then you need to make a ridership test, right?
Yeah. So if I take 7, I am not unconscious yet, but that is a major.
You have an unconscious score.
Yeah, so 7 is my unconscious score. Current HP is 9.
Hey, here you go. But you're in a major wound. You're in major wound town. Okay.
Certainly. And then this is my horsemanship.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You're
making it interesting.
Oh, you're leaning hard. You're. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Okay. It comes down to this roll here. Two exhausted fighters.
Yes. All right. At least it's not 2v1.
Yeah. Right now you just need to not roll higher than 29.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. They might crit. That seems to happen.
That's true. That seems to happen.
All right. So a 14 versus a 7.
Okay.
So you get this round.
Right.
But their shield.
Do have a shield. All right.
12. That gets eaten by the armor. Gotta go again.
Oh.
Damage.
It's exhaust. Like you hit him, but it wasn't hard enough to get through his armor.
It's just like my arm is lead.
Yeah. The other warrior's not doing that great either. Can you stop rolling 1s? He fails. Oh my god, you are doing this. Oh my god. You're like the 14th round of a boxing match, right? Like you were just spent.
This
23.
is the fight. This is the king. This is that fight scene. Just everyone's covered
Literally,
in mud.
like it's like honor guard versus honor guard, just fighting for everything.
He's not going to get that Earl's body.
No. Oh my god. So holy shit. So 23 damage. That's gonna spill over. That's
because he doesn't get his shield, right? Or did you? Yeah.
No, that's way more than a knockdown. So 1 second. He gets a shield.
Okay.
But
you might get 2 prisoners.
yeah.
And hey, it's not a king, but 2 of the king's honor guard. That's a good ransom.
That's a good ransom. That's a good ransom.
Horsemanship. Aye, still up. Horseman. Okay, so he's definitely taking a major wound. So you're pretty much both about at the same spot where the next strike against each other is going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any of the other, or like any of the other Earl's men? They're still fighting their own men, or?
I guess make an awareness test.
Okay.
Right. I feel like you're a little preoccupied.
Sure. Because
So
otherwise,
make
I
an
think
awareness
it's,
test. Yeah.
minus 5, minus.
Yeah. Minus 5.
But you get
Yeah,
pluses
+10,
for your.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Let's see. No, it's not. They're not going great.
Yeah. I might shout out for Frayed that this is his like.
Right.
We need it. But Frayed, where are you at?
Yeah.
Because he's got a sword. He's going to be a squire next year. And we need to bring this guy down.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a knight next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this my third character that I'm gonna play in this session? Is that?
All right, afraid. Yeah.
Why afraid? All right, I'm rolling. Oh my god, I'm so tense.
He's gonna have to split his attacks against you and Frayed. So he's gonna put 10 to you and 7 to Frayed.
Okay.
I pass with a 9. All right, so you're gonna get him that one, and then Frayed. He crits against Frayed.
The bloody battle of
This
Lindsey.
is such a bloody battle.
All right.
Bloody battle.
Yeah.
Gareth was so wise to run
damage.
away, maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been reading as this fight's
Battle's
going on.
fucking cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Okay.
17.
That's an additional point of damage would knock him to unconscious.
Okay.
Technically has to make a contest, but I
So
think
he just, like-
fictionally at the point of this night, I think that's the right move to make. He goes down.
Sure.
So you call in Frayed. Frayed comes running and just gets backhanded by this.
Well, let's see I'm gonna do the damage against him.
Yeah.
33.
Oh.
Okay. 33. Frayed is a squire, so he doesn't have a shield.
Mhm.
So he's gonna take 23 points of damage right on the chin. He probably has
That would
something like 30 or like 25 hit points or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So he's obviously gonna take a major wound and get knocked down.
Yeah. For
but I
context,
think
Gareth
that's
only
the-
had 27, so
Yeah.
it's in that range of like.
Of possible death. I mean, I don't have the stats for Frayed. So here's what it is, right? I think Frayed shows up like ready to fight, and I think the spearman just skewers him, and that gives you the opening for you to cut him down, right?
Oh yeah.
And then like you're barely on your horse, and like everyone else has gone to the Earl. I think the thing was that the reason what's going on with the fight is that you were clearly fighting like the last 2 people or so, and everyone else is like crowded around the Earl to like get the Earl out of here, and not really like help like in a position to help you per se fighting.
I'll remember that. But they also have to help the Earl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, so the Earl's getting dragged away by his friends, but I think that scene is like, no, it's like, be with Erwin, like he's doing it, like like there's that moment, like obviously the Earl in his wounded state sees you about that. Oh my
I gotta go let someone in. I'll be right back.
Sure. Holy shit, you fucking held the line. Yeah.
That was the Erwin
steadfast
show.
and loyal.
That was the Erwin show.
This fucking game.
This fucking game indeed. Oh
Okay.
my God.
So yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna grab I'm gonna. Squire's down. Is there any enemies around me? Am I?
No, you've
Okay.
dispatched the last one, right? And
Okay.
everyone else has been fleeing and.
Yeah, I think this is what they call a Pyrrhic victory. So
Yeah.
if we even won at all, I'm gonna get Frayed out of here. He needs help.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Throw him over his horse and try.
Yeah.
to
No.
get
This
him
is curagery needed.
Yeah.
Let's.
Same.
All right. So the first things that happen here is we need first aid tests.
Okay.
So first aid tests go first for the Earl, then either Berthric, because he's also possibly killed. You're not in great shape, but you're technically just gonna have a major wound.
Yeah.
We can
What's
resolve.
Yeah.
You still need first aid, I think, but you're not
surgery or anything like that. Yeah.
What are we rolling against for Chirogony? Sure.
18. Their Surgeoneer is 18.
Success for Berthric.
Typically, it's a woman. Like some steward is usually the surgeon.
Or like nuns.
Yeah, nuns would exactly.
And
Cool.
stitching nuns.
Yeah, so the Earl is going to make it, but he's going to have 3 major wounds. You crit this surgery.
That's for Frayed.
Yeah. Frayed is going to survive.
Nice.
Or at least yeah,
Give him a scar.
for the time. Yeah, he's definitely getting a scar.
There's that in the character generation for notable features, it has like a list of stuff you can roll on that for where he gets his scar.
Oh yeah. And then we have to do aging because you just got destroyed. Your major wounds, right? And that means you have to do aging.
Yeah.
Major wound is, I think, it's two ages. When you go like unconscious, it's 3.
Mm.
So can you do 2 separate 2d6 results for me?
Nope. That's the first one.
5. Cool. So you're gonna have one test, and 9 is also 1. So roll 2d6 for me again. And these are the attributes. These 2d6s are the attributes affected. 3 and a 6. Your strength goes down by 1, and a 6 is no loss.
Nice. Okay.
So after all things said and done, you got slashed in the arm pretty bad, is my guess. Your sword arm.
Oh yeah, he strained it. So that's okay. So that's the 2d6.
Yeah. So your major wound out of there is a big old gash on your arm, or like your shoulder rotator cuff kind of situation.
Yeah, and my damage finally goes
Actually,
down
it's
from 5
probably
to
your
4.
shield arm, the number of fucking shields you went through.
It's just filled with splinters.
Yeah, right. It's got to be
that
arm.
It's like all
that's
purple
broken.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
that's absolutely like broken. Yeah, it's not gonna heal, right? Okay. Holy shit.
Whew, man.
I would say, do we have time to keep going, or is that?
I have a hard out here in 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes actually.
Totally. Okay, that makes sense to me then. So then I think we'll pick it up next week, and we'll deal with the aftermath of the battle. Figure out where the. Sorry, Colin, you had to go quiet there for.
It's. What are the chances I crit fail on 2 passions in a row?
Yeah.
God.
Mm.
Right. So then we'll deal with the rest of fall and winter next week.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Glory. Yes, the glory
25.
for. Okay, that's for the last.
Honor guard for sure. 25.
All right.
And 2 prisoners or 1? No, you killed the other one.
The other one's killed. Yeah. You killed the honor guard.
Okay, so we killed the 1 honor guard and took 1 prisoner.
Yes.
Sweet. Can I have the honor guard's horse that I killed?
Yeah. You do. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take the whole thing. He's got a panoply. And...
Yeah.
My goodness.
Got his cloak
Milk
too.
money.
Yeah. No. He's I have to look it up, but you're probably in the domain of maybe like 50 Libram.
Okay.
Right. It's
Yeah,
you basically took like a Gareth, right?
Sweet.
Like you took a council-y person with of high prestige and honor.
Mhm.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And we're going to see with my hatred of Saxon 16 how this prisoner fares.
Exactly.
So-
So I have a lot to prep for next week then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I don't even know how to come up with what you do on your time. I thought there was a solo role for that.
Yeah.
We'll
We
figure
should
it
talk
out.
after the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been obviously had some time to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh my god.
amazing. Absolutely
yeah, well,
amazing.
I can't say for certain if I'm gonna have a prep stream in the interim. But I probably will either this week or the week after for 491. So considering I don't think next session is going to be entirely 490, I think it would make sense. Just follow me on Twitter to know. If I do, it'll probably be in the next 2 days. I just would talk to Colin after this stream and get an idea of where we're at with him. Because once I know that, then I can prep and fill the rest of the winter and fall events that I have set up here. Okay. Holy shit. So let's do some outros. What the fuck?
Man. Oh my God.
Oh. What?
Yeah. I don't even what
Speechless.
the black fields of Lindsey.
Yeah.
Cursed by the blood of good Salisbury knights.
Boy.
Yeah, when they were like, you're in the center and you're going off against veteran spearmen, this could be bad.
Yeah.
This could be bad.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, obviously you can point towards the fumble rolls as key events.
Mhm.
But you can also point to just how this whole battle's string of events led you
Mhm.
there. Like even the point of the failed tactics roll of the Earl to keep you there instead of withdrawing.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
how that ended up getting you stuck. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap.
That was awesome.
Good game.
That was awesome.
All right. Colin, take us out of here.
Hi, I'm Colin Volcanet. Follow me on Twitter at ColinItLikeIC. This is the only stream I'm on right now, so come watch me nay on Saxons, I guess. And Jim.
Yes, Jim Davis. You can catch me over on YouTube on Wednesdays, talking about D&D and other tabletop RPGs. Sometimes on Tuesdays, talking about more D&D over on D&D Beyond Todd Talks. And then, otherwise I'm just here and there and around, all that good stuff. But definitely here on Monday nights because this was superb, awesome, very good.
Thank you. I missed this game. Thank you all so much. Seriously, we all love this game, and I had a few direct messages come my way being like, hey, is this game still happening? Like, are you still playing that game?
Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's
Same.
Like, yes. I can't, I'm sorry that we didn't have it for a few weeks, and that was just literally all three of us had a strike of being like, shit happens.
Yeah.
Right. So that's on us. We're sorry about it, and we're sorry about the false start last week. But I see the same names in chat showing up every day for their streams. I find new fans telling me about the game and how much they love it and how they started their own games after watching us.
Yeah.
I am so
Awesome.
in awe, and that makes me feel so good. I hope you all enjoy this game so much. Holy shit. It's really, really enjoyable to run this game for everybody and show off how great Pendragon can be. So this has just been,
Yeah.
All right, this is Erwin's year.
Oh my God.
Your luck has finally changed, and you're not dead.
Absolutely. And he's not dead. He's bleeding, but not dead. He rides out the battlefield.
Steadfast and loyal, my friend.
Steadfast and loyal.
All right. Take care, everybody. We should be back here next week. Same time. See ya.
See ya.
Laters.